Cindy. I am back from my vacation and feeling so refreshed, sort of. It's early today. I probably just launched myself into being back really early this morning. So everybody's still sleeping but me. So yeah, I'm gonna just have a little video to show you the stuff that I got. I got some thrift haul. I did a lot of work. Well, not work, but like fun stuff, right? So I did a whole bunch of botanical printing while I was away, and I can't share all of that today because it's actually in my big suitcase with my clothes, because I just washed everything before I came home and everything is still packed away, and I haven't had a chance to unpack all of the clean laundry and botanical printing out of my suitcase yet. But I do have this piece, which was the final one that I did before I went away. And so this is a lovely cotton silk blend. It is a vintage piece of fabric that I shared in one of my past thrift hauls, and I printed it with begonia and beech leaves and Japanese maple. I shared an awful lot of printing stuff while I was away. That was the easiest content to share. But look at this begonia, how beautiful that prints. Isn't it amazing? As well as the Japanese maple. So I was really lucky. We went to Quebec for our vacation. It's a little rural area that we go to often. We have friends there. We participate in a fiber arts festival there called Twist. And yeah, we like the area a lot. It's an area that we're looking at possibly relocating to. So I was really lucky because the cabin that we stay at, it's a vacation cabin, and it's beautiful. It has a lake in the backyard, and it has like a 3-level deck. And so the middle level of the deck has this really long, large kind of wooded, like wood plank sort of section that I can lay all my work out on when I'm doing eco printing, and it's right at my chest height, so it's very easy for me to like lay things out and play around and spend an awful lot of time eco printing. So that's what I did a lot of while I was away. But anyways, let me move into something new here. So the other thing, just to get caught up, that I worked on before I went on vacation was this yarn. It's a Halloween sort of yarn, nice Halloween colors. I haven't posted it yet, but it's really luscious and fun. It'll be going up in the shop this week. I just wanted to share it here because it's fun and squishy, and lots of nice wrapped slubby bits and sparkly bits, and it's just a really fun yarn. And so I spun that up just sort of the day before vacation as a little, I'm finally packed up and celebrating. I'm actually really happy with myself because it felt like to go away for 2 weeks with 2 kids. It felt easy this time, so I feel like I've gotten the knack of like packing and planning and not bringing too much. And then the other things that I got done while I was away, so I'm working on a few different projects. I'm actually coming home to about 1 million projects that I need to work on throughout the next little bit, so I can get caught up. So let me show you this. So these were the 2 weeks of 52 Tags Handmade, hosted by Anne Brooke, textile artist. So this was, I think, so I'm working on week 38 now, so this would have been week 36, and it was slow stitching, just slow stitching. So if you follow me on Instagram, you've seen this already, but if not, you should, because I posted a lot of fun stuff from vacation there. So anyways, what I did was I just layered down some of my botanically dyed fabric, and on top of it, some sort of folky style fabric that you'll see more of in the upcoming folk art journal I'm working on. And then I just took some floral cutouts from a floral fabric, and then I just slow stitched on top, and I'm really happy with how it came out. And then week 37 was fabric weaving. So I had brought along with me just a bunch of one of those bags that I had picked up from when I was in the Mennonite thrift store, and I just brought those along with me. So I was kind of using the fabric throughout the week for different things, and these are my scraplets, and this is what I did for my fabric weaving tag. So that's that stuff. In terms of stitching, I did a bit of cross stitch working on my frosted pumpkin Halloween town. I don't have it here with me. I've already put it away, but I'm getting close. I'm kind of hoping to have it done by Halloween. In terms of other stitching, I just knitted away working on my daughter's Sonic the Hedgehog sweater. Also not featured because it's upstairs. However, I did have an amazing opportunity. Let me just, hold on, let me find it. Okay, you know what? I'll find it in 2 seconds. Anyways, I'm just going to get into the fun stuff. So I have a very good friend. Her name is Amelie, and she is the founder of a really incredible show called the Twist Fiber Festival that happens every August in Saint-Andre-Avelin in Quebec. And she now has opened an incredible yarn store. It's called Wool. It is Emporium de Laine, or Wool Emporium, and she gave me a really great opportunity to just come to her studio and do some dyeing. And so I kind of had this like feeling while I was there, just spending a lot of time in the woods, and I don't know, it's like you just get inspired in different ways. And I had this idea about creating kind of some yarns that would be like vintage Quebec, or like, you know, Quebec centric, because I think one of the most charming things that I love about going to local yarn stores when I'm on holiday is finding something that speaks to me, because I'm on vacation and I want something regional, you know, dyed or spun by a local artist, and you know, anything with a theme that, like, you know, speaks to that area. So that's what I did. I got to dye an entire line of yarns in some fun Quebec themes. So I'll get to that in a moment, but I wanted to show you my haul from Wool first. So the first thing that I got, I'm so excited about, is from Moosehill Woodworks. It's a yarn holder made in Canada. This is made from cherry sugar maple, and it's spalted, of course. Beautiful. I love spalted maple. So what you do with these is, I don't have a ball of yarn right now, but let me see. No, I don't have a ball of yarn next to me. So this little bit here, you just pop your yarn on top, and then you put this piece, you see the hole here, right on top of that, and it just holds on to your yarn and minds it while you're knitting. The other thing that I got was, there's a whole line of these really cool Prim ergonomic crochet hooks. So I'm working on a piece for the Royal Ontario Museum's ocean themed exhibit that they're going to be doing. Like, it's hyperbolic crochet, and basically it's sending a message about protecting our oceans and our lakes from plastic. So I am working on, I have this massive piece that I've been working on. If you're on Ravelry.com, you'll find me as Studioloo, and you can find it under Ocean Project in my notebook. But it's something I've worked on for probably 10 years, and it's this massive mass of like crocheted ocean forms, and I attached them all together a few years ago, and then I was going to actually use them in some kind of a show that I do myself, some kind of a personal exhibit. But I also had thought about putting them, like, I started this before the traveling ocean exhibits started to happen. But, you know, I then realized, like, hey, this would be more effective if I put it into a show with some other people's pieces, and, you know, it would be really great. But now I've gotten too attached to it emotionally. I took it out the other day hoping to donate it to the show, and I realized that there's yarn in there that's been spun from a bunch of my friends. 2 of them are actually deceased now, so I was like, I can't get rid of this. I can't. So now I need to hustle and get working on a piece for the show. And so I'm going to do that. Anyways, I also got these. So this is the Mindful collection from Knitter's Pride, the teal wooden darning needles. And I just thought they were really nice. There's a whole collection of nice things in this sort of mindful theme of like just this nice cotton and teal color. And it's really nicely, you know, prepared. It's wrapped in these nice, it's all very mindful, right? It's very nice. So let's just open it up, and then it comes in this beautiful little wooden box with a mandala on top, and inside it's just a collection of different darning needles, these nice darning needles, nice big yarn darning needles, and they're in the teal color that I love so much. So yeah, I'm pretty happy to have those. I think it feels very nice in the hands. It's just a really nice piece. So there's that. Then, okay, so now we get into yarn. So my friend Amelie, she has a really beautiful way of making yarn. She dyes lovely colorways on different bases of yarn, and they can be used in kits together. So this is actually one of her hand-dyed yarns. Let me just open it up. And for me, it just reminded me so much of a patina. So this is 2 yarns. So the first skein is a superwash merino slub kind of yarn. So at its base, it's probably a little bit of a lace weight with these little bitty slubs here, kind of like in, you know, hand spinning. And then it's paired with this, which is an alpaca silk haze kind of yarn that's unbelievably soft. I wish that I had like just feel-o-vision here because this is so beautiful. So yeah, these I had to get them. So she was kind enough to gift them to me for the dye work that I did for her, because she's an incredibly too generous person. Yeah, she's a very generous, kind, great person to know. So then let me get into my yarns here. So Amelie wanted to give me one of everything in the collection that I dyed, but I told her absolutely not gonna happen. Oh my goodness, because that's just, again, too generous. So I did get a few though. Let me just wind this one up again to show it to you. So again, these are part of my Montreal Experience theme yarns. So the first one I'll show you is this one. Now this is a sock base, and so this is my Lumberjack in the Woods themed yarn. So one half of it is, let's just open it up here. One half of it is that ever familiar buffalo plaid, right? So it's this deep red, and it's got bits of black in it. So it's like buffalo plaid. And the other side is brown with little speckles of wood, like a tree. So it's a buffalo plaid, like lumberjack yarn. And I think it's so fun. I'm probably going to knit my son a sweater, or possibly my husband some socks or something. I haven't decided yet. But yeah, it's I really like how it turned out. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll see it photographed next to the Lumberjack Festival sign that is in a nearby town to where her shop is, just outside of Montebello, Quebec. Then the next 2 yarns I dyed, they kind of go together. I want to use them together, I should say. So this is Pines on a Cold Lake. And again, it's that lovely superwash merino slub. And it's this cool blue with bitty bits of a forest green and a light brown. So it's like, think of little pine trees just dotting your vision on a cold lake. And that is Quebec. Then this one is iconic to Quebec because it is maple taffy on snow. So one thing that I love doing when I go to old Quebec City is going for that lovely walk downtown on the cobble street through these beautiful old buildings, and you'll find yourself at least once a shop that has like a corrugated like metal trough kind of thing that they fill with some nice smooth snow, and then they pour maple syrup on top of it, and they take one of those wooden popsicle sticks and they roll it up. So they roll it along and you get this maple taffy lollipop, and it is just divine. So yeah, had to do those. Then this one is a little more, I would say, themed in nature, and just a conversation that I had with my friend at Wool about how she had seen a yarn that was lilac color and had yellow in it, and it just made her feel like happy. So I did something a little different, a little similar with that feel, but it also made me think about the violets in Quebec, these little tiny violets that grow on rocks. I actually found one the day after I did this yarn with my daughter when we were going on our nature hike. So this is again the alpaca yarn, and it's just really beautiful alpaca silk. So that's the end of the collection that I dyed. But we have more. Okay. So I should mention, if you want to go and check out Wool, if you're in the Quebec area, you should do so. Let me just, I have all these things, but let me just pull it out here. So it's Wool Emporium de Lait, 538 Rue Notre Dame, Montebello. So that is where my girlfriend's studio is. So, oh, and here we go. Wool, how fun. So, another thing that got me thinking about these colors are these shells, these clam shells that you see everywhere where we stay. And I brought a few home because I think I'll polish them up. I'll remove all the brown off the back, and I'll just have these nice polished purple shells to think about what to do with. Then my girlfriend also gave me this really fun tool for my daughter, and it's really fun. I think, you know, you should check them out if you're interested in making these kind of things. It's from theloom.com, and it's this lovely, just little simple looking wooden tool, but it's a 5-in-1 tool, and it makes pom-poms, tassels, friendship bracelets, weavings, and cords and braids. So this is going to go into our homeschool tool assembly because, yeah, I'm pretty excited to teach this to my daughter. And then on the first day that we went to my friend's studio, because I went there twice, what I first did was I had to make a purchase, because, you know. So I ended up just picking up 2 of my friend's hand-dyed yarns. These are her specific yarn business that she has in her yarn store. It's called Fibrland, and these are all of her own hand-dyed yarns. So this pink is just so great. It's the super beautiful bright pink that I love, and I paired it with this really nice red. And I just want to do something fun, maybe a hat. I love red and pink together. It's got such a vintage feel to it, and I really love it. So then I picked up a skein of Julia Celine's boucle, and it's just so soft and beautiful. Colorway the d'après-midi, and I just thought it's so pretty. It's this really soft mousy pink, and I'm probably going to make a hat with it. My friend had made a sweater, and it's just beautiful. So then the first day that I was there, she allowed me to dye a bit of yarn, and that's when I got started thinking about this collection. And she said, you know, dye a couple for yourself too. So this is what I dyed. My daughter picked out the color for this one. It's this really fun color that we love. The color kind of, it splits into different colors when you use it. It's like a really beautiful yarn. And then I made just this one in these kind of shades of just speckles and pinks. And so, yeah, that was just play day 1. So I think that wraps up my yarn haul. And oh my gosh, is it ever a haul, right? I always try to get, you know, when I was knitting a lot, which I haven't been lately, but I'm going to be this winter, I'm really missing knitting, and spinning for that matter. I used to always try to go to like a local yarn or fabric store and pick up something regional because, you know, it's just really nice to do that. You support a local business. Plus you also take away like a really beautiful memory. So I'm just going to stuff all these babies in here so that they are safe and sound in this bag. The other cool thing that I got, that was just a fun, like, little present my friend gave me. I didn't know much about, I mean, I guess I've maybe seen it in passing before, but one of the things that she does when she sells things online, because she has an online store, if you're looking for yarn, you can purchase it there. You don't have to go to Quebec. She includes a little bit of this paper, and I don't know if you can see it, but there's little dots there. Those little dots are seeds for things like tomato plants. So it's printable paper. Or sorry, not printable, plantable paper. Okay, I'm just gonna struggle with this envelope for 1 second here. There we go. Okay, so yeah, it is plantable paper for, you know, you plant a little bit of it and you will get a plant. Okay. Sorry, I have so many things to move around. My studio is actually very clean right now, but there's a lot of stuff hanging around that I need to do. I sort of decided that what I would do before I left is I would put all my projects, like line them up in priority sequence so that when I got back, I would just start attacking them. I also cleaned my whole house before I went on vacation. I 100% recommend that because you will come home and feel so happy. You won't feel sad that you left your vacation home. So the other thing I did one day, one of the days that I was on vacation, I went into Ottawa because that's as close I could go to go thrifting. Where we were staying in Quebec was quite rural. The closest thrift stores are like in Montreal and Quebec City, kind of like the city centers, and those are about 2 hours away from where we're staying. But Ottawa was only about a little over an hour, so we decided to do a jaunt into Ottawa for one of those days. So I got a few things, mainly just books, and even then not a whole ton of stuff. Some of these books actually came out of a little free library. I just swapped. I had a lot of books, and like most little free libraries are always looking for kids books, and I had a lot of kids books in the car that we were just kind of finished with, so I swapped out a few things from a little free library too. And I know that some little kid was happy to get a Paw Patrol book out of the library near us, so it's good. So this was just a simple little purple book out of a little free library, Charles Bukowski, French. I just got it because I like the purple cover. Then this one as well came out of a little free library, Le Tour du Monde des Animaux. So it's like an animal encyclopedia, and it's from the Lac de Plage Library, and so cute. Has a little pocket there, and it's just got a lot of good images, like vintage animal images, lots of birds. It is from 1961. And then this is one of my thrift finds. So I'm not a scrapbooker, but I actually, I didn't buy this for the cover, although I'll use the cover for something. It's really nice. I bought it because there was a bunch of paper inside of it that I thought looked kind of cool. So it has like these big page protectors in it too. So it had some really nice paper inside, like this. And so I just decided I would grab it for the paper. It's sparkly and it's got birds. Oops, I gotta flip it again here. And there was like pretty much, you know, probably a whole package of paper. And it's just really nice, like mandalas and birds, butterflies. So yeah, that I thought was a really great find. Beautiful paper. So things that I can use. So, yeah, and I don't know what the brand is, but I almost think it probably all goes together. Like it was probably intended to be used with this because they have the same themes. So if that's the case, this is a DCWV brand. Has an ephemera page. Yeah, but anyways, that whole thing was $2. So that, sit back here. And next I got this book called Over the Rainbow. And it's a beautiful book. I'll probably read it with my daughter. It did have a CD, but it's not in there, unfortunately. It's just the song, like, Somewhere Over the Rainbow, you know, from The Wizard of Oz, but it's got a little bit of changed lyrics, but I thought that could be a really nice theme for a journal. And then this is another one from the Little Free Library, Les Oiseaux. So it's a book about birds. Love this owl. Also from the Lac de Plage Library, and this one is from 1983. And these are just discard books. They've got some images that are photography and some are illustration, but it's just all about birds. And then this book I picked up, it's because it's illustrated by Quentin Blake, and it very much is the same style as my favorite Roald Dahl book, which is The Twits. If you're familiar with The Twits, you'll recognize the witch kind of woman, and I've never heard of it before. It's by William Steig. It's called Whizzle, and so I'm definitely going to read it. I'm really interested in reading it, actually, and so yeah, Whizzle. And then this one just cracked me up because it's like Saugrenaud et les champignons allergiques. So it's kind of like this book about this guy and like these kind of magic like mushrooms. It's a really weird book. And it has the library pocket here. This is also from the Lac de Plage Free Library. And I like the drawings in it. It's really neat. So yeah. Then I got this one, also from Free Library, The Worst Band in the Universe, and it's by Graham Base, and I got it mainly to read to my daughter. And does it have the CD? It doesn't. So yeah, I think they forgot to put the CDs back in when they discarded them, or they just didn't, they weren't bothered. But it's got those, I mean, incredible illustrations. Graham Base, in case you're not aware, is an amazing illustrator. He does a lot of animal-themed books. This one is alien-themed. But yeah, it's really, really nice. Then, in terms of journaling books, this is probably my best find of the trip. It's the Illuminated Book of Days, edited by Kay and Marshall Lee with illustrations by Kate Greenaway and Eugene Grasset. So it's so nice. So first of all, the cover has a very gentle embossing of an image of like a girl. It's flowery. It's kind of hard to see. It's a very gentle emboss. So I'd probably ink it if I were going to use this cover for something, because look how beautiful this is, the Illuminated Book of Days. This book is from, let's see, I can find the date, 1979. So first of all, it has all these beautiful title kind of pages, right? And I mean, inside of it, even all the text is really nice, but the Kate Greenaway illustrations really steal the show. But it's a book that's broken up into the entire year. Like, look at these title pages. Ugh, amazing. So let me see. I was trying to see if it gives like a description of how to describe like a book of days. Essentially, it's like a book that goes through the entire year. It's a calendar. It's like a perpetual calendar for all years. And it just tells you about things like holidays, what's going on, like the kind of things that people are cooking, things that you're harvesting. It's just kind of a look at life in, you know, like the... I don't know, I guess maybe the 19th century. Yeah, so it's just really nice. And then the other non-book thing I got here is this. I can't even fit it all in camera probably, but it was half off of the retail price of $12.99 from the store. And it's like a really big quilt template of like a super long triangle basically, so I could make these quilts, these swirly quilts, a lot easier. So I'm happy about that. Okay, back to the books, because like I said, I pretty much just got books. Then I saw this one, Seeds by Wind and Water, and it's just a really nice book about dandelions mainly. It's just got some nice wildlife images in it. And then this one, The Story of Lengthwise. I mainly got this for my daughter, but it's really fun. It has so much fun vintage feel about it. So it was like a discard book. I like this inside kind of library card. It's from Willowdale, Ontario, the Drury Avenue Public School. And it's like just a fun kind of book about this little bookworm. Has some really cute illustrations in it. Then this one, oh yeah, this one makes me really happy. It's I'm just going to keep it in my library. It's just Free to Be a Family, Marlo Thomas and Friends. It's a book about belonging. And it's just a really nice book. It's songs, it's like children's stories. It's just a book like before its time about like diversity and friendship and just being a good person. And yeah, it's going to be something that I read with my daughter. Like What Buying This Book Will Do by Gloria Steinem. So yeah, it's a really great book. I'll actually separate these off into the pile of specifically for my daughter, not for journal kind of uses here. There we go. And then I found, of course, a bird's field guide, and it's the old vintage kind that I really like, so I had to pick it up because, you know. I also found one on trees this time, which is nice. Oh, and it's got an old newspaper clipping. That's fun. What's the story about here? Scoutmasters. So many people keep like scouting related stuff. It's funny. And then I found this beautiful book, Red Fox Running by Eve Bunting. Paintings by Wendell Miner. And the paintings inside it are wildlife paintings, and they are gorgeous. So gorgeous. Then this one, The Butterfly Children, Shrieks and Showers. So they're like little Nomi type little kids. So cute. And then this book I just got for the feel of the cover and the So a little bit of glue on the front there. It's Conteste de Segur Nouveau Conte de Fille. It's just a French book, but look inside. It's just beautiful. Trying to see what the date is here. It doesn't say. But yeah, it's a novel. Oh. With compliments from High Commissioner for India, Wellington. So yeah, there's like a piece of ephemera inside there too, like a handwritten note. Amazing things. I like finding little random things in there. So it's got a few illustrations in it as well. It's just a fun book. Then this one, oh, this is for my daughter. It's The Ugly Duckling. It's on our reading list for this season. And this one, The Loons Necklace. So this one I really, now that I'm thinking about it, I wish I had dyed a yarn that was loon inspired, because where we stayed on the lake, there were so many loons. I actually spent so many mornings just sitting outside in the quiet, listening to the loons calling, and I was playing them like HD loon calls from my phone, and they were responding to them. And if you've never heard the sound of a loon, I definitely recommend after this video, just look up a video of loons and like listen to them. They're amazing. They have these haunting calls that when you're somewhere quiet, like at a lake, and it's just, you know, you're by yourself, it's just really, really relaxing to listen to them. But yeah, the Loons Necklace. I went kayaking pretty much every morning, and I saw loons out on the lake, and I would try to catch up to them, and I did, but then they would poke under the water and they'd swim so far away. So this is like an Indigenous tale, and I'm going to read it with my daughter, so it's not for journaling. Okay, we are finally at the bottom of the basket here. Then this one is The Painted Province, Joyce here Wyatt Laking, Nova Scotia Through an Artist's Eye. So this book, it just has a lot of beautiful kind of postcard sized paintings. So really great for things like journal cards. And again, it just has that very Canadian feel to it that I really like. So that is my book haul. I think that's everything that I have to show you in terms of hauls and things that I brought back. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. I had a really wonderful vacation that I desperately needed. I just really needed a break, specifically from work, because it's just been a lot of stuff lately. It's just been a little too busy, and I've been doing some things to kind of transition in my job, and yeah, I just needed a break. So I do feel quite refreshed, although it's very, very early right now, and I have not had coffee yet. And I'm kind of yawning, and I'm sorry. But I will be back, all bright and bushy-tailed, with something fun coming up. Because, yeah, I've got like a whole host of projects to go. I know Release the Craftin'. I'm going to be working probably between that and a custom journal that I'm finishing up and getting started on another one. I'm going to be working on that this week. So yeah, I have lots of fun stuff coming up. Today is going to be organizing and putting things away, and then just getting started on projects. Release the Craftin', I think I mentioned a couple minutes ago, I'm going to be working on her Halloween themed journal. I might be able to do a bit of that on camera because she's already released the kits in her shop on Etsy, Release the Craftin', because it's a seasonal kit. So, you know, she wants to get it out there a little earlier. So anyhow, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. We're back. And thank you to the new subscribers who popped in while I was away. I really appreciate your subscription. And let's have some fun here real soon after I put this pile of stuff away. So have a great day, everyone. Thank you. And you can find all my social media information down below in the description box. Thanks again. Bye.